the honest answer is, you know far better than I what it needs to be like. I just want it to not suck. So I don't know all the technical reasons why, like our audio sounds, sometimes I say wet. It has like this aqua-y feeling at the edges. I don't know how else to say it. So there's something wrong there. And because I don't know the technical way to solve it, it was very encouraging when you were breaking down, like, here are all the different things that you could do. So you know more about it than we do, and we want as close to perfection as we can get. We're not shy to spend the money, so this is a tell us what to do, and we will do it kind of moment.
Okay.
So
that sounds epic. Love that. No, I love it. I mean, obviously most of it is in the video, which is great. And then to kind of expand that further and like break it down. So is audio kind of the biggest thing that catches your eye right now?
For me, yes, because I spend the majority of my time listening. If I'm going to interact with our own content, which I actually don't do very often, I'm going to listen to it. So I'm not as dialed in on, other than sometimes, especially Drew, looks under focus or underlit. So yeah, in any improvements that we can make on the film. So if you know that the image quality can be better, we want to make it better. And if you've been in the live audience, if you know here are the 5 things or whatever that are problematic, please.
I've pretty much watched everything you've put out the last 3 years. So yeah. For sure. So from my side, I would listen to your show running, and the dynamics were the thing that killed me.
Between
the quietest and the loudest, right? And we already kind of worked through that a little bit with some dynamic stuff in eCam. We can go a couple steps further there, which would be helpful. I think what you're hearing is a compression thing. I would have to have you point it out and be like, that's what I'm hearing, and then to try to isolate it. It might be an EQ thing, but it sounds like some sort of compression thing.
I have a hypothesis that if we could just feed everything in through a central mixer, clean up the audio that way, and then output that audio into the software into eCam, that would probably be the most straightforward. We can monitor individual levels because we get common comments of like, Tom's too loud, Drew's too quiet, Eunice sounds like she's behind. Like, so that way we can like individually mix those.
100%.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the first slice, I think, that can help.
In a traditional format, for video playback, you would take those elements and use it through a software like ProPresenter or QLab or something like that. Even VLC will do it. And then it's like a centralized playback machine where you know where the audio is coming from. Like, obviously you're doing that from your laptop, but sometimes we get the chat like in the background.
Yeah,
like, it's not full screen or you can't really see it. I kind of mentioned that in video. You have like 2 options, like putting it through a traditional system like that, or using it as a screen share like you're doing now. I mean, they both work, but
copy.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. Okay, with that, I'm gonna leave you guys, but please make sure that we have a shopping list. We know exactly what we're plugging, where, all that good stuff. There's no mystery.
There's gonna be a bunch of receipts hitting rent tonight. So
let's go.
About that.
Do you mind if I grab a picture with you?
Of course, man, it'd be an honor.
Yeah. Okay. Got stuff.
3, 2, 1. Just snapping away. And doing some portraits. 3, 2, 1.
You don't want to show the logo?
Well, I mean, it's
Open it up.
Yeah, don't forget the logo.
you guys open it up. Yeah, do one of the open ones there, right?
There it is. That's how you ham it up. That's how you do it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great to meet you.
Really appreciate it. Same.
Yeah.
So generous.
I appreciate it.
We are very grateful. My man.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Chop it out. You got it, bro. Thank you guys.
Is this the original one from what you guys been doing?
This was
This has been like 3 years, 3 or 4 years.
Okay, cool. For the distance and space, something that drives me nuts is people don't have any depth of field. You guys have some, which is great. Obviously, like to maximize the depth of field would be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
It's
tight.
Yeah.
Closer, we're shooting into people's shoulders, which is cool.
I know you rotate for one-on-ones, right? For the podcast mode. I was also the guy who suggested separating the microphones from the desk because I think it was David Freeberg who was like bumping the desk and it was a low hit. So
we put the new camera budget into the LED wall budget. So that's good. That's literally the phase 2. But we're gonna ride these things off. We're not even tuned to the highest specs on here.
Okay.
We still got the camera's the fight that I keep losing, so we're gonna come back to that one.
It's tough. It's a tough thing to purchase for sure.
I know lighting wise this might suck. I could flip something over here so you can kind of.
Yeah, we can just rotate this guy if you want, or whatever you want.
Yeah, we can just easy, you know, just
Heck yeah. I'm so glad.
Perfect,
We have
thank you.
65, 75 of your multi-view.
Our editor hates it.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, oh, I forgot to mention one thing. So we're to get this image, to get that from here into the switcher, we come out HDMI into a mini switcher.
Slip switch. Nice.
Yep, coming out. Then we're going into a.
So you have two computers?
That one down.
Yeah,
So we're doing that as well.
It's just your countdown. Oh, and you also have the double countdown still. So like you have 10 minutes and then you have 10 seconds. So you can trim the last 10 seconds of the first countdown. So it's like at the 11, 10, it switches to the second countdown. Does that make sense?
I think that's what we're doing now. I mean, you might have saw the video that you showed yesterday. Because we do it's a 50 seconds.
He's in the zone right at the end. So.
I'm about to say at the beginning, I'm usually like, what am I about to say? What's the first topic?
Yeah.
So I never actually like look at it.
So this is our setup here.
Epic music.
Yeah.
This switcher has one multi-view. The bigger switcher can do two, and the even bigger one can do four unique multi-views. So you can do a quad split like you just asked for. And yes, so the short answer is yes. It's just a hardware upgrade.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that would solve a lot of problems. That way it's like, Tom could be like, what are we looking at?
Yeah.
You know, he says it like 17 times a day.
So the chat will know. He'll be able to see the chat in one box, and then
Yeah, and then you'll be able to see exactly what chat is watching, and you'll be like, oh, I left the thing pinned on there, and then Eric would have to be like, in fact, you know, or whatever.
100% get that. I'm assuming then we can split what the multi-view would be then, because you would still need to see everything. This could just be the.
This would be multi-view 1, this would be multi-view 2. So you can set up a whole completely separate multi-view. This switcher only allows one multi-view.
And then in this, with that upgraded switcher in the multi-views again, sorry.
Yeah.
With that second one, we will then be able to toggle between the quad view, the unified view, quad view.
Yeah, and you should be able to control it if you have ATEM access from your computer. I would just show you on the software how to change the windows.
Copy, okay.
Or
And then you can remotely control the ATEM.
Yeah,
with
yeah, and multi-view. And I think
Got
we
it.
could set up Stream Deck controls for that too. So if you
Yeah.
wanted to see a four box, like, or, you know, quad split,
Yeah.
or you know, something else here, and you wanted to switch that out, like it'd be cool if we could program it for you, so you don't have to think. You know,
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I think the final goal that we've been struggling with is like, Eric has a Stream Deck, I have a Stream Deck, Eunice has a Stream Deck, and now we can actually do our respective things that we need to do, signify people. You'll be able to take super chat button and switch it to a different view or something like that, and that will be a bit more.
that programming 100% is the toughest part, but it's also when you have it, it's like, oh, this is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because right now it's all on Eric.
That's another advantage of splitting the systems. So like you have an independent computer than somebody else too, and like maybe there's an eCam computer and you guys all have like remote access to it or something, you know, like something like that.
We use like team viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
we've done that
Yeah.
for shows.
Okay.
Specifically, obviously with Tom this morning, he had a power like that you let him borrow,
Yeah.
which is cool. I mean, you might have a built-in, since you have a stationary desk, you might build something in so he doesn't have to think about cables. You just have USB-C ready for you and him.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're set up, but
Yeah, I was just janky. I have an extension cable, but that is something that long term we could run, but
Like getting a black skirt.
yeah, or something like that. Or even if we have like a just extension.
just start over.
And you come up that middle section.
I was gonna say one more thought is like right now everything is put together like it's piecemeal, but I think specifically monitors, I guess, is what I'm thinking about. Like if you're here permanently and it feels like you guys are gonna continue doing the show like long term, you might consider some sort of rack system, higher system for your monitors. So yeah, that way it feels more open in here, or even stacking. When specific questions come up, feel free to reach out,
Yeah.
and then I'll put some more thoughts into what we just talked about and like send you some sort of write up of some sort.
That'll be awesome.